John Cale comes in to record this album. And what is John Cale's relationship with the Stooges? You got to fill that in for me. I
All
don't.
right. Well, all right. So John Cale and Iggy did not get along well in the studio. Now, Iggy had a whole vision. He knew what he wanted. Just like when Glenn goes in the studio, he knows exactly what he wants, And John Cale had this idea of turning, he knew Iggy was this crazy, wild stage man, scary to him. So he wanted to make Iggy sound like horror music, like a monster. So he thinned his voice out, really thin. Iggy hated it. Iggy didn't want it. He goes, I don't want this guy in here.
Super quick interjection. There is a recently surfaced John Cale mixes of these, and people like, oh my God, they're like horrifying. It doesn't sound that horrifying.
No, it's interesting. It's a time capsule.
Drastically different from what is from the toned down version that made it to the album. I'm sorry.
Right.
Continue your thing. Go ahead.
Right. So Iggy didn't want him in the studio. He'd had it. They thought, he's from the Velvet Underground. He had a lot of experience with music. They thought he'd be great. Just like the whole Steve Albini with the Weirdness album. The wrong producer will give you the wrong album, no matter what you sound like.
Wait a minute. Did they not get along with Albini either?
No, but I'm saying he was a good producer and made the album sound a way that they didn't like, that they didn't like. Like Iggy wasn't digging that.
Talk about the Weirdness at some point.